61 News at 10 starts now.
Right now at 10, police are sending out a warning tonight about home burglaries in several Connecticut towns. We'll hear from officers about these cases and what they're looking out for.
Also concerns tonight as a student in our state is hospitalized after eating cannabis edibles. We'll have the latest on the situation as first responders evaluated 4 other kids.
And here's a live look at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, which is the home of Super Bowl 57. We'll show you how football fans in Connecticut are getting ready for the Chiefs and Eagles right here on Fox 61. But first on Fox 61 tonight, people's homes broken into and burglarized, and police are warning that it's happening in several towns all around the state. Good evening, I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Thanks so much for joining us. Avon police say 4 homes have been broken into in the last few weeks. Fox 61's Gabby Molina is in Avon to tell us how neighbors are feeling tonight. Gabby.
The latest burglaries happened on Thursday. No one was home in either incident, but that's left neighbors feeling like the burglars were waiting. 4 homes in Avon have been targeted by burglars in the last few weeks. In all of the cases, whoever's responsible broke in through the back door while no one was home. And now neighbors feel like they're being watched.
It seemed to be pretty brazen and exactly paying attention. It's almost like they're paying attention beforehand as to people's habits.
People are always driving around there and they just look at things. So we're being cased all the time.
The latest burglaries happened on Woodford Hills and Hazen Drive on Thursday. Police were called to the neighborhoods around 6 o'clock.
It's very unnerving. We're actually a neighborhood that we know each other pretty well. So for this to happen, it's just, it's a little scary.
Some neighbors already have security measures in place, but fear it's not enough.
I got annunciators, I've got Ring, I've got cameras, I've got the best alarm system in the world. So now I'm getting worried.
And it's prompted some to take extra steps to protect themselves.
Exterior floodlights with sensors and just things like that, and cameras outside of on the perimeter of your house. And so we're considering all that.
Police warn that similar burglaries have been reported in other towns around the state and encourage everyone, regardless of where you live, to take precautions. That includes leaving lights on even when no one is home, home security systems, and reporting any suspicious activity. Neighbors in Avon say they're paying extra attention and are looking out for one another.
Any unusual cars and things like that, so anything that looks out of the ordinary. There's a police presence, we're all aware, we're all taking care of each other, so.
If you have any information on these burglaries or surveillance video that you think might be helpful to police, call Avon Police. In Avon, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.
Very unsettling. Gabby, thank you very much. Well, Hartford police say 5 students at one school ate cannabis edibles and one of them was taken to the hospital. Officers went to Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy just before 1:30 this afternoon. Paramedics evaluated all 5 students, but 4 of them refused to be taken to the hospital and were released to their parents. Investigators say one student brought in the edibles and shared them with others. One juvenile summons was issued.
Let's get to the weather watch here and talking about a spring-like warm-up in the middle of February.
Yeah, today was beautiful, Rachel.
Yeah, I had an extra hop and skip to my step. It was so warm out there. It was almost making me think of spring things, time to get a pedicure, things like that. Records were absolutely shattered out there today. The high temperature in the Hartford area and Bridgeport, 62 degrees. We actually beat a record that has been around for a long time, 114 years since 1909 in the Hartford area. This record that was shattered was set back in 2001 for Bridgeport. Moving forward, though, it is not going to be as warm this weekend, but temperatures are still going to be above average. And overall, we're looking at a pretty nice Super Bowl weekend if you got a lot of stuff going on. And so many of us do. Temperatures right now are in the 40s across the state, and it's a bit breezy. I think we're going to keep those winds around not only through the evening tonight, but even into the day tomorrow. This time, instead of a warm wind, it'll be pumping in some cooler temperatures. Overnight lows will be back up around or down around 30 degrees. Tomorrow we'll see lots of sunshine, a bit of a breeze, and high temperatures that climb into the low to mid 40s as we head through the afternoon. It's warmer for Super Bowl Sunday, but we'll see increasing clouds, highs near 50. And then we're watching a storm to the south for Sunday night that just might graze us. You should be able to get home from Super Bowl plans fine, though. We'll take a look coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, in less than 48 hours, we should know the winner of Super Bowl 57.
On Sunday, you're going to be able to watch the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs as well as all the pregame fun right here on Fox 61. We're really excited. Here's a live look at the home of Super Bowl 57, State Farm Stadium. This is in Glendale, Arizona, which is about a half-hour west of downtown Phoenix. State Farm Stadium is the home of the Arizona Cardinals. Patriots fans will especially remember this stadium. The Pats actually played in the other two Super Bowls held here. The Giants stopped New England from a perfect 19-0 season in 2008. However, the Pats did beat the Seahawks in 2015 thanks to a last-second interception at the 1-yard line. UConn also played against Oklahoma here in the 2011 Fiesta Bowl.
State Farm Stadium is also where the Chiefs began their season. NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes threw for 360 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Chiefs beat the Cards 44-21. KC is looking for its 3rd Super Bowl, while the Eagles are trying to win their 2nd. And there are a few historic firsts in this year's Super Bowl. This will be the first Super Bowl with 2 black starting quarterbacks. Mahomes is under center for the Chiefs and battling a high ankle sprain, and Jalen Hurts is the QB for the Eagles. Travis and Jason Kelsey are also their first brothers to play against each other in the Super Bowl. StubHub says that there are still 2,800 tickets left. But those resale seats are not cheap at all. How about this? They're going to cost you between $3,200 and $87,000.
Those prices may go up or down depending on the demand. We're definitely seeing high demand. So if you see something you like, definitely buy it now.
Well, this is also the first Super Bowl in a state where legal sports betting exists, and State Farm Stadium is the first with an on-site sports book.
One thing the Super Bowl is synonymous with is food. Plenty of people will be out shopping tomorrow as they plan that perfect watch party with all of their favorite treats. Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez went to Big Y in Manchester today to catch up with customers.
Well, since the pandemic, grocers aren't seeing that same game day rush, and that's because so many people are using delivery services. But grocers like Big Y are investing in more prepared foods to keep it all simple for you.
Chips, dip, wings, nachos.
Gone are the days of grocery store pandemonium leading up to the Super Bowl.
Did I mention the Dolphins?
New Englanders like Dean Anderson might be a little bitter their team didn't make it this year, but they're still living up game day and switching up the menu.
I'm a chef by trade, so yeah.
Anderson's having friends over Sunday and baking ziti.
Sausage and meatball sliders. I can go all out.
That doesn't sound simple. That sounds fabulous.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a little work. Oh, Kansas City.
Fred Walls is looking forward to a family potluck at Mom's. He's responsible for the charcuterie board and apple pie.
The whole family doesn't get together that often during the year, but they show up for this.
Shelves are fully stocked at the Big Y in Manchester. That's because grocers have figured out a thing or two about Super Bowl eating habits and plan well in advance.
When it comes to Super Bowl eating, New Englanders know what they want.
New Englanders know what they want to eat, but we're the experts too.
Big Y is trying something new this year, pre-packaged wings, and they're a big hit.
Customers, especially with the pandemic, have decided to plan ahead a little bit better than they have in the past. Wings, pizzas, sandwiches, grinders, and we make all those fresh to order. So we have all of those things well in advance.
It turns out you can have fun and monitor your salt and sugar intake. That's John Dyson's plan.
I had a stroke, so I gotta eat right and make sure I'm taking care of myself. The salmon, the surface, that's my favorite.
A lot of people tell me they don't have a vested interest in either team this year, so it really is about the food and the company. Big Y will be open until 9 o'clock on Sunday, so there's still plenty of time to stock up. In Manchester, I'm Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61 News.
Samaya, thank you. Well, after Bills safety Damar Hamlin recently died during Monday Night Football this season, athlete health and safety has become more of a focus. That's not just for the pros, but also in schools. However, here in Connecticut, there's no standard for our high school players, but Maloney High in Meriden has a professional medical team. It rushed into action when quarterback Kyle Valentine went down in a critical playoff game.
I wanted to go back out there. I'm fine. I tried to, play it off, but she was like, nope.
She is a certified accredited athletic trainer, just testimony cream, but a statewide survey found that more than half of Connecticut schools do not have access to that level of care and protection. Sunday night on the Fox 61 News after the Super Bowl, our Matt Karen will tell us what's preventing that level of care from being readily available everywhere.
And coming up at 10:30, we are looking into a claim some people are making that the Super Bowl is the biggest sex trafficking event in the world. Our Verify team is going to tell us if that's true. That's ahead.
And if you missed it tonight, check out our Fox 61 Football Frenzy special. It's Fox 61 Football Frenzy, the road to the big game, from the food and drinks to the festivities to the keys to the game and much more. Check it out, fox61.com. It's also on Fox 61 Plus for Roku and Amazon Fire TV.